Let's play some constructed. Hey, Zerglish. All right. Play some diamond out here. So for those who aren't familiar with my love for Dreaming Fox, he is 7 charges, make an Oracle Song, which draws you 2 cards. Opponent played a Blood Ruby Dual Shard. Okay, interesting. Came to watch some Silver Scrub play. Exactly. You understand, Zubrid. Scrub it up, bub, bub, bub. This guy couldn't even get the right champion for his aggressive deck. He has no idea what's going on. Probably can't tell his ass from his elbow. Got a Highland Shinobi here in case they play out a blocker, so we can hit with our Hero of Legend. Go Highland Shinobi is a 2/2 that whenever you gain a charge, you get to exhaust target troop. What gems are on this? Unblockable and acceleration. Interesting. Also unblockable and speed and one. Okay, so different gems in the Runeers is interesting. Well, since he just played this Runeer out, I'm gonna go ahead and just crack him with this Hero of Legend, and then I'm gonna go Shard Infinite Tricks here. If opponent has, what's the worst thing our opponent could do this here? They could go a Blood Shard, second Runeer, attack with both, gain 2 resources, and then Hero's Downfall or Infinite Tricks before blocks. It's like a worst case scenario. So I'm sure that's what's about to happen. I think I'm fine blocking here. If he wants to spend his turn using a Crackling Bolt on this, am I okay with that? Yeah, I think I am. This is probably Ruby removal plus that, I can assume. Sure. I wonder his follow-up here is that he didn't... Why play that post-combat if your plan is just like Crackling Bolt? Maybe he wanted to play something else in the event I didn't block. I guess that makes sense. Crack in here with this Hero of Legend. Play this Elder of Lost Ages. Grab another Valor. Elder's super good with Valor. So Elder has a one-shot that when it dies, it comes back into play. So we'll be able to suit him up into 6 power here and start crunching in the air. Should we want. Another Speedy Rabbit. Blamsmith, that's interesting. With Valor. Joji's, they can put a Valor on here. Yeah, that's pretty good. I think I'm just blocking the 3 power rabbit here. Not attacking with it. Okay, skip. Maybe should have thought about if I wanted to do that there, or definitely just putting this on here. And I think I'm just cracking with both of these and holding these martyrs up. This will hit for 8 and put my opponent to... Yeah. Yeah, I'm just going to go ahead and crack up for 8 and put them to 7. And then I have lethal with this Lost Elder in the air next turn. Because I'll get 2 Valors from these two connecting. They might jump here. Okay. I hate that. Survey says you have a burn. That's unfortunate. Yeah, I'm just gonna take the 8 here. We might be able to push lethal with one of these martyrs next turn. Let's see what they do. Gallows gas. Sure. I'm gonna martyr this at end step. And then if I play this, don't burn me in response. Okay, sweet. Now I can Valor this, which will put it to 9, and then he's going to burn it in response, and then I'll martyr my Highland Shinobi in response to the burn. So if he doesn't have a second removal spell with the burn, they should be dead here. Okay, so don't have a second removal spell. Okay. This is now 10, this is 11. Attack for lethal. Yeah, sweet. I love lines like that. It's good. Good, sweet. There should probably be... This Soothing Breeze should probably be another Transmogrifade. This is almost certainly a Clash matchup. Don't like Valiant Escort. Can't cut all of them, though. Extra Elder... Cut these Protector Defenders, bring in the Clashes, bring in the Pride's Falls. Trim a Highland Shinobi too. That's what I like to board. Usually I board up against these Kagalichu decks. Trim some of our aggressive plan and like go into like kind of this Diamond Sapphire mid-range deck. Thank you for the auto host as always. Dreaming Fox is definitely better than Marshall Josephina when we're going into the mid-range plan, which is one of the reasons I wanted to try it. Still has the equally high starting life total. This hand looks fine at a glance. The problem here is that these cobblestones don't really cobble anything since we don't have any humans in our hand. Do I actually keep it on the back of like Transmog and Martyr being reasonable? That doesn't seem insane. Yeah, sure. Let's give it a try. These games are going to go a little bit longer. We've got 3 draws to find another resource or a human, so these are reasonable. Tilt Angel! Tilt Angel! Do, 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 do. So there's 3 Angel of Dawns in the deck, and if we'd been on the play, we'd have had a turn 2 Tilt Angel. But here, first draw step on the draw, don't have a Diamond Threshold yet, get Shiggity Shrek wrecked with the tiltiest of all of the angels. Alright, we found another shard here at least. Oh, this card. We call her the Tilt Angel because she's always tilting someone. Either your opponent is tilting off because you got her early, or you're tilting off because of like what just happened there. Okay, no turn 3 plays. Pretty good for us. I don't think they're playing a Crusader deck based on the cards we saw to them in the first game, but, you know, it's fine. We've got 2 more resource drops here, so getting pretty well set up to just, like, play some removal, draw some extra cards with our Dreaming Fox. Rift Warp Badger. Yep. We don't have Brainstorm in this format, Rogue. It's so rough. No way. This card's so good. Martyr's looking less good against all these Cottontails. If we don't see a Crusader out of my opponent this game, we'll probably trim some of these copies of Martyr. We saw a reap in my opponent's crypt, so the two reaps actually. So probably don't need to be playing around Hero Fall. If they attack with both of these, I'm not blocking with this because I'm not happy trading Infinite Tricks for these plus Crackling Bolt. Just dead. Yeah, 4/4 flying steadfast card for 5. Kind of okay. Would have been better on turn 2, Zubrin. Would have been better on turn 2. God, another kill. That's rough. Thankfully, their clock isn't particularly fast, and we're in the shards are good, non-shards are pretty good state, because we're gonna get to our champion power here shortly. Hey, look at that. She's so tricksy, tricksy. Yeah, Waffle. That top aided the Radiant Rumble back in what was it, October, I believe. Again, not blocking here, not trading this for this plus a crackling bolt. This races these just fine on the ground. Just gonna bring this to justice. Dang it, toddler. Ah, toddlers. So, I'm not going to jam this Ardent Crusader on the off chance my opponent has a Krakosaur in their deck, in their hand specifically. I would much rather wait a turn and play this while I have Martyr up to Martyr a Krakosaur in response to it fighting my guys. Whenever you're in a game like this where you're kind of ahead, you always want to ask yourself the question, what do I do to lose this game? And I think the answer to the question, what do I do to lose this game, is play into a Krakosaur. That's unfortunate. So they got their kill back. They got their... I'm going to block here. I think I'm okay trading for a Crackling Bolt, even if they have a kill in their hand. I don't want to keep taking a bunch of damage, just halves their clock, basically. They can kill this, but then I get spirits. Sure, you have Blamsmith. You're going to kill this anyways, right? I guess they wanted this dead, so that way they could... I'm going to play this out, and then again, last turn we played around a Croc, so I'm going to play around Croc again this turn, not just going to run out the Highland Shinobi and get these two crocked. I'm going to transmog this before blockers here. Loco in Las Vegas with the $5 donation. Thank you for the support. I do appreciate it. Transmog this into a flyer, sure. That's fine. Still better than a 6/6. Block this here. Attack for 4 with flight here. Go ahead and deploy our Highland Shinobi. chip the turn here. Poor little Shinobi. He has been all burned up. Yeah, if we go to a third game here, I think I'm going to trim some of these martyrs. They don't appear to have crusaders or other things that we need to be transforming. Thank you, Loco. I appreciate it. Happy New Year to you and yours as well. Play this out. Grab a second Sapphire just because. Make them think about more things we could have. Dreaming Fox creates an Oracle Song and draw some cards. I mean, I'm on 3 Clash. I think if you have Clash of Steel, that matchup probably not too. He was a second ago. He's fine. He really doesn't move.
That night I spent down there with him. He fell off the couch twice during the night.
Okay. Hi, D.
Hi, Dad. Okay, we can go up.
The incantation of savagery decks also just like aren't very good or consistent in general. So like their draws where they're not playing incantation of savagery on one are really pretty terrible on average. Yep. And actually, I'm going to go ahead and martyr this here because I don't want to lose my Crusader to a block plus a burn here, I don't think. They've always had it, yep. And that's what it definitely, it's one of those decks where it definitely feels like that. You're like, man, how does your deck win when you don't have the card your deck is named after? The Hornet Bot was a Transmog. That was a Blamsmith originally. Yeah, don't really care about that. You can go ahead and accelerate. You're still dead in 2 to this. Just bring this to justice on my turn. Want to hold the martyr just in case of shenanigans, I think. Take this out. Attack with this, and the next turn, Protector Defender is another lethal attacker, so... Have Martyr again, just in case of Croc, break Martyr. Okay, got there. Look at that, into gold. Prizes. Got us a Ghostblade Duelist sleeve. What did I say? I thought I commented that I wanted to make a change to the deck. I wanted to put another transmog in the board. Thanks, Subrin. It's so easy. Like, I often listen to my own music too. Like, when I'm not listening right now, but a lot of the time, especially when I stream in the evenings, I put music on in the background of my headphones when the kids are in bed. And so even I can listen to my own stuff without inflicting it upon all of you. Yeah, it seems pretty reasonable. Always lead on diamond. For the Tilt Angel, she knows. The Tilt Angel knows when you do not lead on diamond. And she cometh. Drax with the cheers. Whee! I'm just really lazy, Waffle, and I don't capture the. Actually, I don't even have game audio going now. I usually just don't capture game audio because you don't really need to hear my sound effects for the TCG. The only audio I capture is my microphone, and then I just make sure the music in my headphones isn't so loud that it bleeds over into the microphone. And yeah, on Linux with Pulse Audio, I can set up. I should probably like if game noises are interesting, I could set up a loopback device so just the game audio comes up and capture just that stream if I wanted to. And but it sounds like a lot of work for something that most people don't really care about. I don't really need to hear my game sounds. Main deck Deathless Guardian. Yep, welcome to the ladder. It's so strange, the ladder at different positions. Um, yeah, I think I'm just gonna play the Ardent Crusader out here. I think I played this person yesterday. I played a match or two yesterday with this deck, and I think they're playing the Blessing of Unicorns alongside Ada. Get Ardent Crusader going here. Got Freebooter and Tactician next turn to push some damage through. Hopefully. At the very least, this Crusader is probably hitting. Crusader of their own with extra toughness, sure. Martyr. Let's play this out. Probably just playing Field Tactician here. Yeah, I'm just going to crack them for 4 and then play the Field Tactician. If they have a Hero of Legend, probably going to Field Tack this down. That's kind of annoying. Crackling Vortex gives them their champion power. Yeah, that's fine. No triggers here. Happy to just take 6. Our life total is higher than theirs. They can put out some blockers from this, but not really worried about that. Protector Defender gives all of our guys +1/+1 when it attacks. Yeah, definitely just going to bring this to Justice and then crack in here. The real question here is, do I want to Field Tack down one of these Phantoms so I can just push a bunch of damage through? That doesn't seem awful. Just like Field Tack this and then crack them for 11. Yeah, it seems fine. This is a one-shot that lets it exhaust target troop. I don't want them to be able to double block and kill my Protector Defender here. I think this is worthwhile, just like shoving like this. Yeah, just straight up no blocks. And then hopefully next turn between this Daring Freebooter and this Martyr, we can push through. This is definitely one of the matches where the games where like not having Josephina is detrimental to us. Because like these games where like we're taking an aggressive line and like being able to like turn one of their blockers off would be pretty big game. We can also do the old martyr our own guy trick this next round in combat. So next turn we can like freebooter stun something and then like ship with the rest of these. They'll put their Deathless Guardian on the Protector Defender, thinking they're gonna eat it with Swift Strike and like put these two Phantoms on here, and then I can martyr my freebooter and make these guys each have three defense. Opponent is in the tank here. Let's see what they got going on. Our leftovers are pretty good. Let's see how good theirs are. Grace of Tianost, Dees. That makes our combat a lot harder. I guess we probably have to martyr that. We could martyr this, stun this, and like attack with the Ardent Crusader. Please attack me. Please attack me. God bless. Alright, sweet. So I'm actually going to... Yeah, I'm just going to go ahead and freebooter stun the flyer, I think, here. Yeah. And then do I want to attack with the rest of these? If I attack with these two, opponent just gets to eat this one and then trade here and then take 5. Happy New Year. Hecky, thank you for the cheer. I appreciate it. In with the splish splash. I can escort the freebooter and do that again next turn. Yeah, that's true. They're gonna have phantoms back this next turn though, but your point definitely stands. I suppose I could also ship with everything here and martyr this. That's lethal, actually, right? Yeah, God, glad. I feel kind of bad for the opponent here because I'm slow, but this is lethal. No, it's not lethal. Nope. Yep, it is because this is flying. Okay. Yep. Sorry, if you go back and watch this archive liquidator, I'm not slow rolling you. I'm just stupid. Glad. I'm glad we figured that out. That would have been mildly embarrassing. Let's bring in again. I'm just gonna board into a mid-range deck again. Clash of Steel seems great against the Blessing of the Unicorn deck. Trim the escorts. Just basically going on the same plan I did last game. Last match. Do I want this extra Elder of the Lost Ages? This card doesn't seem great in this matchup, especially if I'm martyring them. Martyr seems so medium in this matchup, but I guess maybe I can afford to trim 1. It's not stellar against them in general because they have all the phantoms, but I do need ways to kill Blessing in the Unicorn, and it's kind of like a utility card. Maybe I do want this extra Elder of the Lost Ages then. Extra Valiant Escort might just be okay too, even. I'm gonna leave the William Ronins because they're pretty powerful in this matchup. It's like opponent doesn't have a ton of spot removal for them. Let's take like 25 shards. 14, 24 shards. Yeah, that's fine. Laddering on up all the way into the mighty gold queue. Hey, LP fan. Into game 2 here on the play. Sands medium. I think I'm gonna keep it. Most of their best troops died at this Pride's Fall. Ardent Crusader, quality threat. We had a Sapphire. This hand's pretty reasonable. Nice. Yeah, the Rabbit Rock deck is great. Might play that a little bit today at some point. Added a Gemborn and cut one Malice. Have there really been other? Have there really been Crusader decks running around? I feel like this deck has a pretty bad Rabbit matchup anyways. So like you probably don't need the Crusaders to like or the Gemborn Prowlers to beat this deck with the Rabbit Rock deck. I guess the Kaigu Crusader matchup's probably a little bit hard for the Rock deck, but that deck's not particularly popular. Or it wasn't last season in the top of Cosmic at least. I guess my view on what's popular, what isn't popular is kind of slanted by the the metric or where I was at on the ladder specifically. So at different levels there could be varying popularities, I suppose. Every deck seems to be running so many socket cards. Yeah, it's just narrow though, right? Raver Rat with the 7-month resub. Thank you for the continued support. I do appreciate it. Yeah, I don't think any of the Nulzan decks are bad matchups though. Like if I'm gonna play a narrow board card, I generally want it to be for a matchup that I feel is difficult. Yeah, my Jake actually just fell asleep. He so I missed my normal stream slot this afternoon because Jake woke up at God 1 a.m. last night. Zuber and Alpha with the 4-month resub. Thank you for the continued support. I do appreciate it. Welcome on back. I'll play this here Hero of Legend out and then crack in with my Ardent Crusader here. You think any of the Psychic Ascension decks are bad matchups? So I think those are the harder matchups. I don't think they're necessarily bad, which might be splitting hairs. I'm gonna go ahead and Valor this because my opponent could be playing Bring to Justice. Um, I also think that the cards that Gemborn Crusader Gemborn deals with aren't the reasons why you're losing the Psychic Ascension matchup. Like, if I wanted another card for the Psychic Ascension matchup that was also flexible, I'd probably play like an extra Inquisition or an extra Steel Intel. Because like Steel Intel lets you grab their Ascension after they've played it, and then you have dueling Ascensions that you can keep up with and win a lot of the time. Like when I'm losing to the Ascension deck, I'm not losing because of Dark Heart. I'm losing because of Ascension. So like I'd rather have cards like Inquisition or Withering Touch that help me like get the Ascension out of their hand, or Steel Intel that lets me keep up with it after the fact. Where are the wheels? The demonic tutors. All right. It doesn't look like they have removal. If we hit a Sapphire threshold here sometime soon, we're gonna be in a pretty good spot. That also puts us in a pretty good spot. I'm just going to go ahead and play this pretty lady out. Um, so I'm going to go ahead and shift Steadfast over to here, I think. And then if they want to trade the front half of this plus these two Phantoms for this Ardent Crusader, I think I'm okay with that. So this has flying on attack from the gem that's in it. And then Infinite Trick shifted over 1-1 and Steadfast. Yep, okay. So they're trading their champion power in the front half of this for the front half of my card, and then these two can trade with the back half of this, which is nice. If they don't answer this or this, I can go ahead and double shift over to this and start attacking with this Hero of Legend in the air. Pretty hard to race, but it's got 3 cards left. We've got the gas left in our tank is pretty good, but we can't play most of it, so this hand that I kept, you could say, was mildly speculative. I wonder if they have Repel. He didn't attack with that. Interesting. Okay, well, that's great. Survey says Sapphire. So what can I do here? I have 5 resources. I think I'm shifting Flight over to here. And I'm going to shift Life Drain over to here and then attack with these two. I think that seems fine. Would not be super surprised to get repelled here. Now that we're at the Sapphire Threshold, though, feeling pretty good about our spot. We're like one more resource away from gassing back up with this Oracle Song. We've got an answer for this. We've got this Field Tactician that can do some stuff. Our life total's fairly high. Opponent in the tank about what their blocks are. This tank here either means they have something else to do, or hopefully it means they don't have a good clean answer to... They don't have a good clean answer to this guy crashing in. Wow, okay. Well, that's great for us. Definitely playing this Field Tactician out. And I think I'm just passing the turn here. They have this Valiant Escort to protect this from a Transmogrifade, but... Next turn I can Valor this up, and then these can attack through this in the air as well. So Blessing of the Unicorns is a 5/5 invincible that says at the end of turn if you control less than 2 other diamond troops you have to put this back in your hand, but otherwise it's a 5/5 invincible for 4, so pretty good card. It's especially good against the blood decks. Infinite Tricks, alright. That's pretty good. I think if they go to shift from this to this, I have to transmog this in response. Which isn't the worst, because then they're going to return it to their hand, and then they'll have 3 cards in their hand, and then we'll draw, hopefully hit a resource, and then they get to play out Valor. We played this out, and then we'll get to play the Silver Talon Adjudicator out as well. See, they could attack with everything here. This says the Ardent Geminate, right? Yep. Alright, nice healthy 25, though. Continue to declare defense. Yeah, I think I'm going to trade this here. And then I can transmog to kill this. Just like take 8 here. And this block screams I have an answer to this Blessing of the Unicorn. If they don't shift anything off of here, I get to just Pride's Fall it, which is great. They might be inclined to shift from here to here, though. Oh, well, that's fine. Do this at end step. Glad we put a second transmog in the board before we queued into this. Holy shit. Alright. Huh. Well, that could have gone better. Man, that's awkward. Huh. Is this Valorous? This is not Valorous. Man, that's super awkward. Stone Skin. Rough. Well, I wish I had all my martyrs in my deck now. These are both invincible, so they just bounce. Really unfortunate that he shifted off of there before I could Pride's Fall it. Oh, I think I'm just supposed to put a Valor on here and pass the turn. That way this can eat this if they attack with both of these. I don't think I want to jam this Silver Talon Adjudicator. Yeah, I'm just going to pass the turn here. Yeah, so Valors get generated this whenever one of my Ardent troops, which is this faction here, hits my opponent. It creates a Valor and puts it into my hand, and then when he attacks, he makes all of my Valor's troops invincible until end of turn. And if they just shift both of these over to here, we're going to be up a creek without a paddle. Yep. Oh. Huh. Yes. Yes, that is. Thanks for mentioning that. I didn't even think about that. Yeah, that was definitely the play. 110% that was the play. I'm gonna Pride's Fall this at end step here, so in case we hit a resource or a 1 or a 2 drop, we can play it out and then play Silver Talon and draw a card. Clash of Steel. I mean, huh. Am I supposed to clash? I don't think so. I feel like I can get more value out of this clash. We're gonna have to chump here for a couple of... Oh, the clash, right. I'm so dumb. They won't keep this if we clash, because this goes away if they don't have more diamond troops. Should read their cards. Maybe they'll play something else out here and we will get more value out of it anyways, but we should have just clashed last turn. Kept the unicorn. Okay. So they must have been holding back, or they have like a crackling card. Oh, they're just close to their champion power, right? That's why they're doing this. That makes sense, I guess. So this is going to go back to their hand, but then they'll still have the 8/8 whatever. Okay. That makes their Silver Talon Adjudicator's going to draw cards, though, so that's nice. Do this before combat, because this is going to make Valors for us. So gain 5, draw 2. Play this out. Yeah, I think I'd rather do this than play out some Valors this turn. There you go. Cooking with gas, as the kids say. Do the kids say that? I don't know if kids actually say that. Repel, sure. So if they hit a shard, they can play their unicorn back out and then champ power, and then I can Clash of Steel them again, which is fine for us. Yep, Clash is particularly good in this matchup. There's the Blessing of the Unicorn that we know they have that has infinite trick shifted over to it. Poor Jake rolled off the couch. He does that occasionally. Alright, well now the world is our oyster. Do I want to just Xmog this? I might want to just Xmog this, and then maybe I'm supposed to do this instead. Yeah, whatever. into a Rowan. Okay. Well, that's definitely one of the better things that could have been. Do this. Yeah, I think I'm okay with this. Make some more Valors here. Actually, maybe I'm just supposed to ship with these two, because then I can Valor these up after the fact. They might trade these here, but I guess if they trade these here and take 9, I'm pretty happy with that. Yeah, I think I'm fine with this. Wow, just takes it. Okay. Well, these are my Valors. I'm going to play them out on these two, I think. Yeah, let's just do that. Leave up Valiant Escort past the turn. I guess I technically have lethal in 2 attacks if I don't block, but I'm just going to chump with the Highland Shinobi here. It's not attacking through on the ground anyways. Yeah, I'm just going to jump now while I still can. Kinda wish I held the Valors now. Go ahead and attack with all these dorks in the air. Hey, Nero. Grab another Valor here. I think I'm going to go ahead and champ power the Silver Talon Adjudicator back to my hand, and then escort the Silver Talon Adjudicator back to my hand, and then clash. Keep my Hero of Legend. They keep their Rowan. Silver Talon Adjudicator is just a 4/3 at this point, but that's probably fine. Or more than winning the race currently. I suppose I could even just start leaving this back. That doesn't seem particularly good. Just Valor this up and crash for 10 here. This insulates from repel, and then we have 2 lethal attackers next turn. Unfortunately, the unicorns are not blessed enough to endure a clash of steel. Or, fortunately for us, I suppose. All right, own that win streak. Cue it on up here. I'd like to go first. This has a Tilt Angel in the opener, but we're on the play with a William Rowan, so I don't think I want to mulligan. Has some quality removal in it, too. Never not brave. I think I'm playing this at least until I lose a match. I'm not really interested. The Kaigalichu decks don't seem particularly good against the Angus decks, which I guess we haven't played against Angus yet, but I feel like we have to at some point. Honestly, the fact that we're not playing against Angus probably means I should fire up Angus and just like light the ladder on fire. If people aren't playing it, we should remind them they should respect it. Finally, Cosmic Unlimited in 2 days. Alright, another Willy Boy. Offer this trade for these two. God, we even have this Martyr to insulate us in case they go Shard Croc next turn. That feels good. Every match you've played today, Shoker Angus. Oh, you know, people want to win. These two decks are fast and efficient. God, are they just passing here? That's so good for us. Better lucky than good. And now there are two regular Rowans in our deck that this William Rowan. Oh, and by in my deck, I mean in play. So William Rowan creates this card Rowan in your deck, and then every time he attacks, he moves Rowan up in your deck. And then if that Rowan is towards the top of your deck, it comes right into play. So this Martyr probably means the game is over. Oh, you know what? I probably shouldn't play this out because if they go Blood Threshold Extinction, we're going to be sad. Ah, damn it. Damn it. Damn it. The Extinction Howling Brave deck gets me every time. Alright, God bless. I don't have it. Sweet. Well, I was to say I've got infinite anthems here, so you're super dead. You know what? They probably have Extinction Postboard, so some Valiant Escorts might be okay. Let's go ahead and trim all of these dorks back. Usually I shave a Hero of Legend in this matchup too. And again, we just board into this mid-range control deck, basically. That's what is how it works. Grab a Hope Heart Unicorn, maybe. Last Pride's Fall. Sure. Do I want a Hope Heart? I think I'd rather have the extra Hero of Legend. Hero of Legend, pretty OP. Not good, just lucky. You're not wrong. If you have to pick one or the other, definitely pick lucky every time. I'm going to keep this. This hand might be bad, especially on the draw. They're just going to go like Wild Shard, Howling Brave, and run us over. Okie doke. Alright, Pridefall's actually a great pickup here, because it means we have something to do on turn 2, probably. Artisanal Cheese Smythe. Okay, interesting. I was expecting a Crusader or a Rabbit. Cheese Smythe is actually much better against us, this hand that we have, since we have Pride's Fall as our removal spell. And a Might Singer. Okay. Huh. Alright, so they got one piece of Stinky Cheese in their hand right now. Definitely want to keep a Stinky Cheese count. Alright, no other plays is decent for us. Hopefully they just draw minimal cards with this while they're charging up their laser. Go ahead and play this Ardent Crusader. I have two pieces of Stinky Cheese in their hand now. That's not a Wild Threshold. Block. Hero Fall. God, vomit. God, every time Hero Fall takes a card out of my hand, I always just want to like throw up all over the place. Skip. Alright, here's my Hero of Legend. Grab your third piece of cheese. And the awkward part about the amount of cheese they have now is that they likely have a Kraken barrel cheddar, which means that if I trade for this artisanal cheese smythe, they're probably just gonna buy it back with the card that the cheese smythe made. All right, so there's one wild, and then they have another wild that they just flipped over with the Kaigalichu. So next turn, this is gonna be a 7/7. I'm snapping this trade, I think. Or just another one, yep. It's not the worst pickup. We can play the Highland Shinabe out now, at least. I guess I could play the Silvertongue Adjudicator. It gains 5 and draws us 2. That's probably better. I think we need to set up a Clash turn here. We need a Clash in order to do that. This gives them another chance to draw cards with this, and we're going to take a hit for 7, but we gain 5, so the damage is kind of a wash. Take 7. We'll happily trade here if they offer it. Heart of the Wrathwood. Yep. Mentor. Interesting. So their hand is all cheese right now, I think. Man, my kingdom for a Clash of Steel. Bring to Justice would be pretty good too. Play this Hero of Legend out. I'm gonna ship with the Silver Talon Adjudicator here. Grab a Valor. Two turns off of drawing with this. The turns we missed resource drops really coming back to hurt. Happy to chump here. Kraken barrel cheddar back there. They're 7/7. Yep, seems good. Alright, need a live draw. Survey says that's not going to work. Yeah, just dead. Oh, Might Singer. Why are you so pushed? Really wish Might Singer just became a 7/7 as a static effect instead of constantly getting 5 every turn, or if it just didn't have Crush, pick one or the other. It's so very quickly game ending. To be on the play for this last one here. Tilt Angel in the opener, but 2 quality pieces of removal. Just never going to draw a 3rd shard and die. Yeah, I agree. I think even if it just became a 7/7 and never got larger, or if it didn't have Crush and continued getting larger, it would still be the best card in the set by a good margin. Come on, please. God bless. Look at that. That's so weird. Okay, don't hero fall me, bro. Come on, have a heart. Don't gem palm me. Gemborn me. Our hero has fallen. Yep. God bless it. So long, Crusader. How I loved you. There might have been merit to leading on, yeah, to leading on this just because of potential hero fall. Probably a very good argument for leading on this because of hero fall, because I had the second Crusader in my hand. Lead on your card that's less resistant to removal because you can get destroyed otherwise. God bless, that bricked. Pretty good chance of hitting too. Man, that's annoying. What I want to do here, probably just want to play the Angel of Dawn. And we'll just concede to Krakatoa next turn. I could like attack with both of these and then like he double blocks and I martyr this and then eat the Carnosaur, but I think I'd rather just get the Angel into play for pressure. Really wish I would have led on this and gotten it hero fault instead of my other one. Yep, just never doesn't have it. It's rough.